Welcome to Brainworms and Tangents. My name is Carissa,
And my name is Pamela.
and we are two 20 somethings with ADHD on a quest to chase our impulsive ideas we can't shake. This is a self growth podcast that is all about becoming who you want to be, one brainworm at a time.
So, Carissa, I hear you have a brainworm.
Yes, I have been so. I don't know if you've been seeing it, but everyone is doing a yearly recap of sorts about 2025.
Yeah, it
It's
is everywhere. Like,
everywhere.
I don't know if this happened last year, but it feels like this year, every single platform out there has had some sort of wrapped or year in review.
I don't remember it being this much last year. I think there were like a few here and there, but usually it's just like Spotify and maybe, I mean, YouTube used to do their like YouTube rewinds forever. Um, and
That's
those were,
different.
it's
That's,
different.
yeah.
But that was like, I think like when I think back, like that was like the OG recapping the year because YouTube used to just be that girl having all of your YouTubers, all the trends, all the dances, the cinnamon challenge, like that was YouTube, and I think now that's TikTok.
I
Um,
guess so, unfortunately.
so everywhere I look, everyone was posting their Spotify Wrapped, their how many books they read this year. Every platform has also made some sort of like a year in review. And I don't know, which ones did you get this year?
So I saw my YouTube one, but I don't watch that much YouTube. So it didn't have that much for me. My Aura Wrapped was
Oh,
really fun, my Aura ring. But it does do a quarter review too.
okay.
So that was kind of typical for Aura
Yeah,
to kind of have a recap of the quarter. Now it's just the whole year all
huh,
together.
that is interesting. Yeah, the YouTube recap, I watched it and it was actually really funny because I mainly only watch a lot of YouTube in like the winter when I don't have anything to do. So that was my like peak of things. There was ChatGPT did a Wrapped, which was interesting.
I had ChatGPT make me its own Wrapped. So like before Chat unveiled their official Wrapped for the year, I just asked it. I said, "Hey, can you give me a Spotify style Wrapped of my conversations?" And I don't know how I feel about the ChatGPT Wrapped. How do you?
Um it's it was fine. I think it's interesting seeing the like main things I use it for because obviously it only sees one side of who I am because it's not as ingrained in everything and that's like not what I'm trying to use it for. So it
Right.
was interesting like knowing it only knows so many things about me whereas other things are like more of like a holistic view or specific to the platform of like what you're using it for.
Yeah, I
So that
was
one's a
thinking
weird
that
one.
too. My ChatGPT Wrapped was like, "You love to work. Here's all the things you did at work." Because I always use that at work. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that's not really me, Chat, but I guess they think that that's who
Yeah.
Chat thinks I am.
Yeah, the perception. It's so after I kept seeing all of these, I literally thought I was going crazy. And then I saw this girl on TikTok. She posted like literally my same exact reaction, but she was just like, "Are we all dying? Like, why is every platform doing a rap? Like, what is like why are my like main thing is like why are we so obsessed with like how we spent the year, what's been going on?"
Well,
And it,
I think we love being perceived.
yeah,
We want to feel like we are known and that people see us. And by sharing them, we get to make sure that people see us. So you get a little glimpse into my life. I think that's like a funny tweet too that I've seen out where it's like, oh, I forget the exact wording, but it's something like, oh, I don't care about everyone else's Spotify Wrapped, but you will surely care about mine, the protagonist of life.
main character me and the things I listen to. Yeah, Spotify Rap Day is like my favorite. Just because, I mean, this year was my favorite of the Spotify raps. I don't know if you agree, but I just enjoyed I love seeing the genre. They did top albums, which I think was great. The
Mm-hmm.
Hamilton soundtrack was in mine, which I think is fun. It's my go-to like car road trip just album. But I don't know. There's a lot of things though I don't think like are being posted though.
Mm-hmm.
I think music is one where I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. People have gone to like making their own raps, which is like I've
That is
seen
fun.
like a dating wrapped. Someone did a Diet Coke wrapped. They went to the extreme of like not only they did bottled fountain.
Oh my God.
They said like how many fluid ounces of Diet Coke did they consume this year, how much money they spent, and it was just like people. I don't know. People love to see like how they spent the year doing the things that they love, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I love to reminisce. I love
Yeah.
nostalgia. And I think a lot of other people do too. Is there an app that you wish did a Wrapped?
Oh, um, that's a great question. Honestly, a Google Wrapped. Like I know Google does their own like
Yeah,
video, but like how many like random questions did I just like look up?
that's so funny. I'd love like 500 other people asked what this word means.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be especially yeah, as things are trending. It's like because Google already like as you type something in, you could already see the like pre-suggested things.
Hmm.
You're like, oh, okay, like other people also have these questions. But yeah,
I'd love
seeing
to
the
know if
questions.
I asked a question that no one else has ever asked before.
Like this is unique. 1% of people, 0.1, it's just you.
I don't know about you, but I'm always Googling stuff, like
Yeah.
constantly. My number one app on my phone is Safari because I'm just Googling stuff.
Yeah. I do that a lot when I'm watching like movies or I do my trivia every Tuesday. So I'm
Mm.
always looking up like what happened this week, what I need to know. And it's always very specific trivia. So it's not just like, okay, oh, this person like passed away this week. It's like, what movie was their breakout role and who was their co star and what year and what network did it? So I'm always like doing, like falling under these rabbit holes of these things, trying to just stay up to date. Not for life, just so I can do good at trivia.
What do you think your trivia rap would look like? What are your
Oh my
stats like?
gosh. That is good. I mean, we do a yearly like we got sixth place, I think, overall for like the
Oh, cool.
semester. But the person that like leads the trivia, he's very meticulous in how he grades. So he gets sometimes gives us a curve, which is nice. So it's very specific. But um yeah, I would like to know how many like what's our strongest round, all of those things. That would be very fun. But yeah, there's just so many things that I don't know, I would love. I wish my car in like a better way kept track of all the places I went or like how much gas I used
Oh.
in the year.
Well, did you see that Apple Maps is now doing, it's saving all the locations that you've gone to? And I think maybe Google Maps has always done this,
Oh.
but it's a new thing that Apple Maps is doing to save all your locations. So I bet next year we can look forward to Apple
Apple
Maps
Maps wrap.
Rewind.
They could really do that. Like here's all the places you went, but the one place
Yeah.
that you always went back to was home. I don't know.
Well, Apple doesn't do any Wrapped except for Apple Music, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen, and the thing is, my phone knows a lot about me. Like,
Mhm.
it could give me some scary statistics.
Yeah. I think yeah, aside from like screen time and like if
Screen
I
time wrapped would be really good. You
I
don't
don't
want to
need
see
that.
it.
I don't want to see that. Especially this year. I think this year more than ever, I've just been like always on my phone, which is not what I want to do in the future. But yeah, screen time wrapped, not here for it. I have like the health app with like my Apple Watch. So I guess you have like the health statistics if you do that. But otherwise, yeah, my phone would know so much. How many hours I spent on FaceTime with you.
FaceTime wrapped.
FaceTime
Oh,
wrapped would be so great.
I love that.
Yeah. So
Which, I mean, you could pull that data, right? It shows in your FaceTime your call history.
yeah, yeah. But retroactively doing it would not be the best. Which really brings me to why I wanted to about this with you is
Yeah, what
because
are we gonna do with this brainworm?
I I would like to keep track of some things this year. I don't know what yet, so I think that's what I want to figure out is like, what do I really want to look back on the year and be like, these are the things that I did. How are we going to do it? I've been getting a lot of inspiration from other people on the internet. I saw someone recently do, they have a AMC A-listers, so they did like a movies watch. Um, but they also highlighted like all the money they saved by doing it, how many hours they spent in the actual movie theater.
Nice.
So I don't know, a lot of these things that I've been seeing is like literally time and money. I think those are
Well,
the big things.
I'll ask you, what do you think the purpose of statistics is? Is it to be a better person? Is it capitalism? I know a lot of people are
Yeah.
saying Spotify Wrapped is just to, keep people on Spotify and subscribing. And people say it's the greatest ad for Spotify. I mean,
Yeah.
literally everyone is posting a little Spotify ad.
It is interesting. There are people in my office that use Pandora music. So it's like they're so out of the loop.
That's so
But
funny.
I do see I see a handful of like
Genuine
the
question
Apple.
about that.
Yeah.
So last time I've used Pandora, it's just the radio, right? Like,
Yeah,
so they
they're
aren't,
just
they're listening
shuffling.
to on shuffle. They're paying to listen on shuffle.
I don't think they pay for it. They
Okay.
might, but I don't think they do. Because I guess I don't know. If you pay for Pandora, are you still just shuffling the radio?
That's
You
what
probably
I'm
get more
asking.
skips. Probably get no ads and you get a skip
No
song.
ads and skips.
We'll look into
That's
that later.
that's so funny. I need to go back on Pandora?
Maybe we have too much free will to just play whatever song we want at any given moment. I've
That's
been
so
seeing
funny.
people talk about 2026 being the year of like an analog year. So
Hmm.
just getting rid of all things digital. So we're like handwriting in our journal. We are getting like DVDs from the library, not using streaming. So one of those could be going back to just the radio or Pandora.
Just the radio. Yeah, I guess Pandora is like a half step. I do enjoy listening to radio in my car. I think
Yeah,
that's fun.
I think that's great. I mean, I should use the Spotify DJ more. I don't use it, but maybe I need to have more spontaneous music adventures in my
Well,
life.
the Spotify DJ just becomes like a feedback loop, is what it becomes,
Mm,
where Spotify DJ will play the same songs over and over again. And then the algorithm will be like, wow, you've played these songs so many times. Let me play them some more. And then I listen to
yes.
the same exact stuff.
That's actually such a good thing because my Spotify top 100 songs, like at least five of the songs were just the trending song that played immediately after the song I played was done or like my
Mm.
playlist ended because there was some songs by Somber, Olivia Dean, who I do like, but even like Sabrina Carpenter and Taylor Swift, like a lot of their music also like Please Please Please. That was the next song. Espresso was always going to be the song that played after. It'd be very interesting, like the logistics of Spotify of like what they're pushing out to people. But going back to your original question, why are we so obsessed with statistics? What is like? It is a capitalism, consumerism.
Yeah.
I
Why
don't.
would we why
I
would we collect data?
I think, and I don't know, this might just be my personal thing. I think as we're getting older, I think the years are just going by. Like I feel like this time last year was like 2 weeks ago. But if I like really think about the year, I'm like, hey, there was still 365 days. There were all these hours in the day. What did I spend it doing? Because I think if I
Mm-hmm.
look back, I'm like, oh, it was just December. But I think it helps you really be present in the moment and see, okay, well, I did all of these things. Even like your aura ring with like the quarters, I think that's a good way to reflect and be like, oh, I spent a lot of time doing this. I can reflect and do differently in Q2 versus looking at the end of the year like, oh, wow, I spent all this hours listening to music or all this hours on my phone and my screen time. Let me adjust. That's why people budget. They budget, paycheck to paycheck, so they know where their money goes. I think it's important to know where your time goes, and to know what we're spending the time doing. I don't know if this relates or not, but I was thinking. So I went to Switzerland this summer, and all of Switzerland and probably most of Europe uses like a 24-hour clock. So I switched my clock on my phone to be 24 hours because I didn't want to do the mental math of trying to figure out what time it was. But even like after I came back, I kept it for a while, just partly because I was too lazy to change it. But it was also a nice like visualization of we have 24 hours in a day. How are you using them? So knowing, okay, like
That
it's
is
hour
cool.
7, I'm waking up. Okay, now it's hour
You might
13.
have just given me a brain worm. I might need to do that.
It's like sometimes it would be funny because when it got into like 21, 22, 23, my brain would get confused and be like, oh, it's already 10, but it's actually 9 because I just don't know. Like, so it would just be, but it's an interesting way of being like, okay, we have 24 hours in a day. How are we using them? And that's
Yeah,
like when people have those big calendars where it's
every day.
every day, all on
I
one
want one of
view.
those so bad.
I think that's perfect for ADHD. I think if I could see, like, oh, this is just like I having
Right.
to
If I
flip a
can't
calendar
see, yeah, if I can't see the
it
next month, it doesn't exist.
doesn't
I will
exist.
never plan anything for the first of the month because
You're gonna miss it.
I'm gonna miss it.
I think this is perfect. I think this
Yeah.
is a great like how do we do this in an ADHD friendly way? I do think I need a big calendar because I think that's how my brain operates and that's how I can see it. In the past, I've had like I try to do like a bullet journal and keep like a habit tracker that I used for 4 days and then I forget about it. There's so
Mhm.
many times in my life where I've bought planners for school, used it for like 2 weeks, or I'll put all my assignments in there, never use it ever again. So I think in order to, if we're going to keep track of something this year, it has to be in your face, something I see every day.
Mhm.
And you mentioned last episode talking about gamifying things. I think this is like a perfect way to
Mhm.
gamify life, whether it's an app that already exists or it's creating something that we see every day. I like stickers, so maybe like a sticker chart. I don't know. This is going back,
Yeah.
but I don't know. What are some systems? Are there things that you use? I mean, there are certain apps that I already like. Like I use Letterbox for movies. There's an app called Memento that I started using to keep track of concerts and sports.
Oh,
That
that's
one's really
cool.
fun. And so there's certain things like that where I'm like, okay, these are helpful things to do. But otherwise, there's not a lot that I know of that I keep track of things with.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, so the goal here is to adjust then, right? To reflect on the statistics and move the needle more in the direction of the person you want to be.
Yeah. I think there's just, again, time is precious. And what am I spending the time doing? And at the end of the year, I can be like, oh, well, I actually did do more than I thought I did, or something of that
Mhm.
nature.
So, is the ADHD friendly way to do this then not necessarily a year wrapped, but maybe a month to month wrapped?
Yeah. Or quarters.
Quarters, yeah.
This is a great question. I don't know. I guess at least if you're keeping track, you can go back and look at it again at like reflecting every day. If you see something visually, it's a constant reminder versus something you have to go in and do. These are good things to keep
Yeah.
in mind.
So, what do you want to track for this next year then?
One thing I'm committing to, which is already built in, like I said, is I my Letterboxd account, which if you don't know, Letterboxd is a movie reviewing tracking app where you can see the trending movies at the time, but also see other people's reviews, which I think are really funny. I've had an account since 2022, but I just didn't use it. I'm committed to tracking and reviewing movies this year. I think that helps instead of just like mindlessly watching something you leave. I can put my review. I can let's go back to the community piece. I can see what people are saying about like the movie. Sometimes I'll take away something and then I'll see, oh, people did not take that away. So I think this would be helpful. I really like watching movies. I think that'll be a fun thing to do, and that's already built in. So I think that is nice. It's something I want to commit to. TV shows. I need to find if there's a thing for
Oh, you know what
TV.
you can use? Fable.
Oh,
Fable does TV shows too. I've
great.
been trying to get Carice on Fable for months.
I think okay. So I am about to finish Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I know he's gonna be really bad at habits, but some of the things that he lives, like his principles, is to make it attractive, make it clear. I'm probably misquoting James Clear, but I think one of the things with ADHD, I need to have it on my phone. So I think I need to have like a widget that is Fable. I need to have one that is
You have to
Letterbox.
pay for the Fable widget. Isn't that wild? You have to get like Fable Premium in order to just have the widget.
Why don't they want me to succeed?
I don't know. That's another thing. Everything is behind a paywall and it's getting so annoying.
Mhm. That's the same with all the streaming services. If you want to watch something, not only do you have to have Paramount Plus, but you also are like Hulu, but you need to have the add-on Showtime
Right. When
subscription
you Google what is this on and it says Hulu, but it's like just kidding.
plus.
Hulu
Yeah,
Plus.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
Netflix, but the ad-free version. I miss when things were more easily accessible. But anyway, what else am I tracking this year? I want to drink more water, which is just like a random goal. I think there's so many like water trackers out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I could easily do something like that. But if I think habit tracking wise, I think it would be fun to just like very minimal things. So like making my bed every morning. I think that's a fun thing to track, which I don't know if that gets back more into like habit tracking than like actual things. But I'm like little things like that, things around the house. But I'm really wanting to track, I think, like travel stuff this year. I think there's
Okay.
some things that are planned. So I think it'd be interesting. I'm always driving here and there. So I need to figure out, do some research to see. But I want to know like where I'm going. I feel like I'm never here or at
Mm-hmm.
home sometimes. So that'd be interesting just to see. Because I already put a lot of miles on my car. So I like, where did I go with all those miles? Like, it's just a number, but in that number, there's so many things. I don't know. What are some ideas or things that you want to keep track of?
Well, I saw this app. It's called 1,000 Hours, and I'm sure it's based on someone's idea
Yeah.
somewhere. But the whole idea is the function is to track spending 1,000 hours outside a
Ooh.
year, in a whole year. And I really like that because, I mean, the sun really is so good for you. And when you're having a bad day, sometimes you just have to go outside and it fixes everything. But what's fun is that your Apple Watch actually tracks how many hours in daylight that you
Hmm.
spend. I don't know how, I guess just, I don't know, like maybe it thinks I'm in daylight because I have a lot of windows here. Don't really know how it does
Oh.
it, but I was looking at my stats and, well, let's break it down. 1,000 hours a year is equal to about 83 and a half hours per month, which
Okay.
is equal to about 2 to 3 hours a day.
Okay.
Do you feel like you spend 2 to 3 hours a day outside when it's warm?
When it's warm, maybe. At least I try to. But it's hard because I think a lot of them are like little spurts. I think it's like, okay, I took a 10-minute walk or I had to walk from here to there. I think it's definitely possible. I think obviously it's harder in the winter months,
Yeah.
but
Well,
it's not
I am so
impossible.
far off. My top month is August. No surprise there
Yeah.
because my job has me stand outside a lot in August. And my daily average is, well, that might be okay. 162 minutes a day is my daily average.
Oh, that's good.
That's good in August. But then in January, 19.2 minutes a day.
I mean, I jokingly told you that you should track your sneezes.
So, but then does that serve our purpose of I can't change the amount that I sneeze?
No, but I think it's funny to look back on. I mean, even today, I think you probably sneezed 9 times.
Probably. I would be interested to know.
Yeah, I think that's the goal is like, what do we want to know?
Okay, I can track my sneezes and my outside. Do you think my sneezes would go up if I'm outside more?
I don't know. You be sneezing a lot. So maybe.
I'm always sneezing. Do you think there's a sneeze
Oh,
a sneeze tracker app?
well, there's probably just like, there's a counter app. You could just go in there and click how many times.
Sneeze counter. I'm about to sneeze.
If I say sneeze too many times.
I know. No such app exists, but
But that's okay. You can just use a regular counter app and probably name the counter. Tally
Seems,
marks, even,
yeah.
if we want to go, pen and paper. Pam likes to sneeze in threes. I'm really trying to think what I want. It kind of goes with goals. I think goal setting is important, but like, do all goals need to be tracked? Does that ruin? Does that like ruin it if it's like in your head? Okay, I want to read 10 books this year. I don't know. Is that I don't know. The ADHD brain is hard sometimes because I think yeah, the perfectionist in me is like, okay, I'm going to reach that. Other times it's not.
Sometimes I hate setting goals because it means that I might not achieve them. And if I
Yeah,
never set a goal, then I can't fail.
true.
But I also can't succeed.
And we love validation. So, kind of a lose lose.
So,
I
for these things that we're going to track, I am
Yes.
tracking sneezes and hours outside. Carissa, you are tracking what?
I think I'm gonna stay tracking movies. I'm gonna stay committed to movies, seeing about the TV shows. I've just really been in like a TV movie thing, era, if you will. So doing that, going outside is fun. I mean, that could be a whole nother brainworm in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think, I mean, I said water. Is there something else I'm missing? Something else I want to do?
You said travel.
Travel, right?
So, you can do days at home versus days not at home,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you spend the night each night.
Usually here, sleeping on my bed versus my couch versus my room and my parents' bedroom. I don't know. There's so many little things. I think also a point of this too is to see what comes up throughout the year. Like you said, if we do this based on months, I think certain months will have different trends
Mm-hmm.
because summer months I'm usually going to be outside. So I think it'll be interesting to just see what that looks like versus not. So maybe I don't know what it is yet. I just know I want to start tracking things. I think the obsession with time and money is so fascinating. So maybe I just need to keep track of like some of the things I do in these next few weeks and then go from there. And then we can talk about it and see what the year unfolds for us.
That's great. Are there any rules that you are setting for yourself as you are tracking things?
I think just being consistent. I think that's my hardest thing is if I'm tracking something to not fall off of it. So I think that's when it comes in with like either a calendar or some sort of app making my lock screen or home screen work in my favor of like, okay, this is here. Because there's some things I do every day already, like my Duolingo streak. I've
Mm-hmm.
been,
Was there a Duolingo
oh, yes,
wrapped?
there was a Duolingo Wrapped,
Oh my
and that
gosh.
is fun. Yeah, of course, there's Duolingo Wrapped. Forgot to add that one. So little things like that. Like there's something I do every day. It's like what else can I continue doing every day? And then at the end, be like, wow, either I did it every day or how many days out of the days? I don't know. So rules. I don't know. I think just being consistent, being realistic, like you said. I don't want to make a goal to something. It's not even a goal. We're just tracking things. See, I'm getting too in the weeds of it. Literally just seeing how many times something appears in what I'm doing. Um, I don't know. I think this one is a pretty loose, like a loose rules. Really, just being consistent and tracking it. Anything else that you think of?
No, I feel like this is a good plan. We got some good things to track.
Thank you all for listening. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Brainworms and Tangents so you can stay connected and won't miss the next episode. Be sure to share this episode with a friend and tune back in next week to see what other brainworms we have going on. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.